I'm at the point now where I've reached like tranquility. If that,
I felt terrible. I hated the way I looked, but I also hated the way I felt.
like when anybody tells me, okay, I'm dead set on getting abs, or like I want to look like this unrealistic expectation of like someone on Instagram.
I was never getting enough protein. I still don't eat enough protein, especially when you're a big kid or you're a big teen and whatever. Like I look at that and so yeah, I look in the mirror now and I'm still obsessed. I'm obsessively looking in the mirror.
I can't say that for sure. I would say a lot of it also has to do with experience and like knowledge. I have my little 2-pack in the mirror. I'm happy with that. Like, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, across the galaxy and all universes combined, here we are on today, which is a date somewhere in 2024. I'm here on episode 4 or 5 with a good friend of mine, Mr. Cole. On the Start Yesterday podcast, I actually have a logo now.
Nice.
I got that this morning. And
really?
Yeah, I literally
got
it.
It actually looks really good.
I got it done this morning. That's me. And it has the Stay Puff hat on it. If anybody's watching on audio, I mean, that's probably what you're seeing. And well, yeah, I mean, welcome to podcast.
Thank you for having me. This is like I'm so honored to be here. I'm so happy we made it happen.
Well, it's a long time coming in the sense of us actually meeting. It's weird. Like we were talking before the podcast where it felt like I met you, but I haven't met you, you know?
Yeah, well, we were working together last summer?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that, yeah.
But it feels like a lifetime.
Dude, a lot's changed in a year. Like, for once, like, for the better, not for the worst. Like, typically, like, I don't know, there's ups and downs, but, yeah, in the last 12 months, there's been a lot of good. There's been some bad, a lot of good.
Yeah, there's always a mix, but it's always learning. I find the bad things are always learning experiences. But that's awesome, dude. I still can't believe, like, when I was on my way here, I'm like, I haven't seen you in person since probably, like, we were kids at Tim Hortons with our dads.
Yeah, that seems about right. My dad used to get a cinnamon bun every morning. I don't remember your dad's order.
My dad was just a black coffee guy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. I don't think I talked to him that much. I was on my DS or my phone a lot. And
the good old DS.
Yeah, that was good. I'm trying to think of my Tim Hortons order. It was either, I guess it depended on the mood. I had like a bagel with butter. That was the go-to sometimes. Or like they had like, do you remember the French toast bagels?
No.
Dude, they had a French toast bagel that was so good.
I always love the 4 cheese bagel.
Yeah.
That would get me going.
Nah, I don't like
cinnamon raisin. I like
cinnamon raisin's good.
That's a good one. So just plain butter. I love
cinnamon raisin bagel with butter.
Oh my!
But like lightly toasted, because sometimes they'll burn the shit out of it.
Yeah, no, I always go lightly toasted. I mean, I'm typically like a fresh bagel guy. Like I don't like if it's fresh bread, don't toast it. But
yeah,
I'm growing up.
No, good. The bread is best when it's freshly made.
That's what I'm saying.
When I went to
nice challah.
That's good. When I went to culinary school and like I was in the process of still losing the weight.
Yeah.
So I had to have such insane discipline to not eat the stuff that we were
I'd
making.
be a mess.
It was bad. I mean, I remember like I brought home like 2 giant bags worth of like baking shit. Like it was just a bunch of bread. It was so good, but like I never really ate any of it.
I could swear on the podcast, right? Like,
dude, this is NSFW. I mean, like. We're not going to talk about like super raunchy shit. I'm not call her daddy, but imagine that.
You gotta tell me when to stop.
Swearing is good. I just find it as a way of expression.
Me too. I don't know why people are really weird about that, but
it depends on like I guess professional settings or not. But it's like for me, for the most part, I just use it as like a filler word or like to emphasize a point.
I get it. No, but you know what? Even for me with clients, like So I don't know, man. I'm just myself.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. I think it's important. Like if I'm not authentic and I start refining the vocabulary, that's when it starts to become. I can't live with myself that way.
No, you can't.
Doesn't work like that.
Well, I guess I should introduce you because I forgot to do that.
Yes, please.
So Cole is former client of mine. He dropped like 40 pounds. That's not the whole point of the podcast, by the way. Like it's not just going to be him rambling about how great I am.
Some of it, though.
But we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about him being like a bit of a musician, maybe drop a freestyle if he wants. I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know how the audio works with this, but I'll like beatbox. And then he's also a real estate agent, which I put his logo up on the screen. So we'll talk about that as well, because most or majority of people watching this is going to be like, Ontario, GTA based. And I mean, the industry for that is ups and downs. It's absolutely nuts.
It's my specialty.
So Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll start with your weight loss and fitness journey. So, I guess talk to me about how that worked, and then how we started working together and all that jazz.
Yeah, man. It was actually a really crazy time in my life in university. And I was, going through it as we do at that age, and I put on so much weight. Like I think I sent you pictures of how bad it got. For me, it was like the visual always was super important, but it was always the way I felt. And I felt terrible. I hated the way I looked, but I also hated the way I felt. And weight was like, it still is. It's always a constant struggle for me. But once I, started to figure it out, I started losing weight, and then, yeah, that's crazy.
Gabagoo.
When was that picture? Oh, that's in my new place, so that was recent.
Yeah, it wasn't like super far.
Yeah.
I think this was, I'd have to pull a FitLog. That was like the other system that I used to use.
Wow, that is crazy to look at. Yeah, even before, so that my starting weight was like 230 on the left, but I had a point where I was 270.
Holy shit.
Did I even, I don't even.
Nah, dude,
you
I
were
was Puffy,
a brick. I looked like, I'll never forget, I was at a house party once. This was I was at a house party, and some girl that I know comes up to me, and I hadn't seen her in a while. And she goes, "Whoa, Cole, you look like a fridge." And I was like, okay, something's got to change.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
don't want that comment again. Yeah, it's crazy to see. I was 40 pounds heavier than that on the left. It was really tough. And I started really trying to lose weight in COVID. In COVID, I made a huge change. I lost 70 pounds in COVID. So I was like 260 something. I went down to 190-ish, but didn't do it in the best way, as we do.
About, yeah. So I guess tell me about that, because a lot of people that would probably be watching this or listening to this is going to be like health and fitness related. They probably seem to have tried every diet under the sun, or they do what I call yo-yo dieting or crash dieting.
That's what I was doing, yeah. And I think, especially for people watching this that understand the struggle, so like I can talk about like calories and stuff and what I was doing, because I guess everybody's fairly well versed in it. Yeah, it was bad. Like when I was losing my weight, I was probably eating, like I obviously wasn't drinking. Like it was COVID too, so like there wasn't much going on. I was pretty much making all my meals too, but I was eating probably like 14 to like 1,700 calories a day.
For the record, that's not a lot of food.
No.
For an adult male, no matter like.
Especially like my size, like I'm a big guy,
Yeah.
right? And I was also working out twice a day.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I just like in my house, like I had like my setup in my garage.
Yeah.
In the summer, like, well, COVID started in like March.
Yeah.
And I started trying to lose weight in January, and then COVID started, so I started working out in my garage. Like garage doors open, it was such a vibe. I had like the music going, it was great. But yeah, I was working out twice a day, eating like 1,700 calories a day, and being super strict with it. So I lost like 70 pounds in like 6 months.
Really?
Yeah, it was way too quick, and it actually led to a couple health complications. Nothing too crazy, but it wasn't good. And what happens after you lose a lot of weight very quickly, not in the best way, you put it back on. So that's what happened. I ended up putting my weight back on again, and I put on like 40 pounds after losing the 70. So I was still net down like 35 pounds. And then I had my hip surgery, and that set me back quite a bit. Not being able to work out, and you lose the motivation, you're not feeling good about yourself. And that's, I lost that weight. I lost it, maintained it for probably about like a year and a bit, and then it just started to creep up. I got big again. It's the yo-yo. It's the hardest thing in the world. And I know, like, I'm sure you felt that too.
Well, for me, like, it was a yo-yo for like a decade. All right. So, but
me too. No, like this has been my whole life.
Yeah.
Like even middle school, I was always like the biggest kid. High school, I started working out. I'd like care about it, but like I was always still like the biggest kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I claimed the trophy for that. I think I won on that. We didn't go to the same elementary school, right?
No, I was at Wilshire.
Yeah, if we went to the same high school, I definitely won that.
Yeah.
Not that it's an award, but I mean, fuck, like,
It's a competition.
give me something, like.
Yeah, no, it's tough, man. It's the worst, especially at that age.
That's terrible.
Because no, but like I'm sure you relate to this too. I developed such horrible habits with eating.
Yeah.
Right, where it's like I regret things that I eat, or it's like I'll limit myself to the point where it's like I'm not even enjoying my time somewhere because all I'm thinking about is, well, how am I going to go out and eat something? Like, how am I going to go to the X? How am I going to go to Wonderland? I love how I just said like the X in Wonderland, like I go all the time.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been to the X once in the last 5 years.
It's pretty good. I actually like the CNE or the X as a form of like an off day, or like, yeah, as a form of off day, because you can go there and like when I go, I typically get like 20,000 steps. I just don't. I don't take the little gondola ride.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Right, well, that's fine.
I've done it once, but it was like such bullshit. You wait like an hour.
That's
and a
the
half.
thing. I can't be bothered with that. So it's fun. Like, don't get me wrong, but I'm also not paying for that. And also, yeah, like you said, you're waiting like 45 minutes to save 10 minutes. Doesn't make sense. So
Yeah.
when I typically go to the X, like, I actually enjoy it because I can walk 20,000 steps, and I'm pretty much just gonna eat whatever I want. They have.
See, but I don't think like that. And I still don't think like that. That's my problem. I could put in the work. I could have a heavy walking intensive day or a big workout day, and I still don't think like, well, I've done all this, I can eat whatever I want. Or well, fine line.
Fine lines.
Like when I go there, like I need the waffle ice cream sandwich.
So for me,
it's the best, bro. It's like a brick of ice cream, 2 soft waffles.
Nah, for me,
Wow.
it's the Krispy Kreme cheeseburger.
Crispy. Doesn't even entice me.
Really?
Deep fried Mars bar, like we're talking. Man.
Deep fried Mars. So I'll typically do the Krispy Kreme cheeseburger, and then I'll get the deep fried Mars bar. But I'm kind of over the deep fried Mars bar because I've had it so many times.
I don't know, man.
When I was younger, I used to go.
I like
Kelsey's
everything
used to have
fried,
it.
bro.
Kelsey's used to have it in like 2015, 2016. I used to go at least like 3 times a week to Kelsey's to get the deep fried Mars bar. My dad would pick me up from like.
That's wild.
My dad would pick me up.
Did you say 2 to 3 times a week?
Yeah. My dad would pick me up from school. He would be like, "How's your day?" And this was also like after I went to Rosedale. This is why we were at Westmount together.
Yeah.
I was at this like special behavior school, which like they forced me to go to because I was like suspended a lot from Rosedale. And there was like Kelsey's like right down the road, and so my dad would pick me up sometimes, and he'd be like, "How's your day?" I was be like, "Not that great." He's like, "You know what? Let's go for a deep fried Mars bar."
It's a pick me up.
Yeah.
It's a pick me up.
So-
That's how it starts, bro.
No, I mean at that point, dude, I was fucking 300 plus pounds, so it wasn't like that's not the beginning of the
Yeah.
Puffy
No,
journey.
I know. That's a sustained puppy
That
journey,
was just
though.
like, hey, I mean, I don't blame my dad. He's my kid's sad. Let me put a smile on his face, even if it's for 10 minutes, you know. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. I don't envy my dad in the position that I kind of put him in because it's like I literally like the only thing that really gave me happiness at certain points was food.
Yeah, no, me too, man. I mean, look, going through like, I'm pretty open about like mental health stuff too. Like, I went through a few tough periods like of being depressed, and like that was in university, and even like times throughout coming home from university, and I found like that was my biggest crutch. Like I've never smoked weed.
Yeah.
Like I don't do any drugs or anything like that. I'm not like a drink. I wouldn't consider myself a drinker. Like I'll go out and drink once every couple weeks. But food was the only thing. Like even after we finished the program, I put on weight after that.
Oh, really? You didn't tell
I
me
did.
that?
Yeah, I put it back on. Well, that's when I started 75 hard.
Oh, I did tell you that was not a great option.
Yeah,
right?
and it was unbelievable. It ended up being the best because it was so sustainable. Like what I was eating, and it was
Okay.
more so like the habits around 75 hard are so. They build a lot of character.
They build a lot of discipline.
They do,
Yeah.
and it's the workouts, whatever. Like for my 45-minute indoor, I'd do it would probably usually be an hour. I would do like my workout, and then my outdoor would either be like a walk or a run or something, just anything outside or sports or whatever it is. And then from like a food standpoint, like my version of 75 hard was I just cut out all fried food for 75 days and no pop, no diet pop, none of that, and like no like shit, like no sugary stuff, none of that stuff. But yeah, like I put weight back on, so like I'm still going through the yo-yo, and I'm still feeling like the effects of how tough it is to maintain, because like I love food. Like this weekend has been a mess eating wise. Like it's the hardest thing. Yeah, those are the
There we go. I pulled it up. If everybody's watching on audio, on the video point, I put up the rules. Shout out to Andy Frisella. I would like to say my coach Nitish, actually, he put me on Andy Frisella when I was going through my weight loss journey. I don't agree. Well, nowadays he's more like into politics and stuff like that. Now, to each their own. But I have to credit like one of the things that really helped me on my journey was when I would go for walks, I'd listen to him, and I would recommend anybody to listen back to like 2017, 2018, 2019 podcasts before he got like super popular. Him and also like Tony Robbins and Tim Grover, a little bit of Gary Vee. Now, as they blew up, their businesses grew up, so I guess they kind of lost a little bit of touch in the sense of like what exactly their goals are. But point is, he helped me really develop like a mental discipline and the I don't give a fuck mentality, because there was a point.
That's the most important. That's literally all you need.
Yeah, like I'd go to my friend's house, or I would go to especially like a family member's house, and I'd bring my own food. And then they're like, oh, well, I cooked. I'd be like, I don't really give a fuck. This is not going to help me with my goals. And honestly, like if that family member or that friend, I mean, most of my friends, they're understanding, because otherwise I'd literally cut them out. And that's honestly what I did with most of my family. And I know that's like a kind of an extreme, but like,
it's not an extreme though.
It's a necessary extreme, like in my opinion. If someone's not gonna like, to me, it's almost the same thing. Like if you're addicted to crack and you're gonna go to a family's house, and you're trying to like not be addicted to crack, and they're gonna offer you crack, right? And in my case, like, I was trying to lose weight, and they're like not giving me food that's necessarily on my plan, and they're not understanding of that. Like,
yeah.
Then okay, I'm just not gonna see you.
Well, the typical mentality with loved ones and friends is like, oh, like you can have one, or you can enjoy one. You know, I forget what the exact saying is. There's a saying when it comes to addiction, it's like one is too many, or none is too many, one is never enough. Something like that, where it's like you can't just have one, and you can't have, like, it's an all or nothing thing. And that's how it is with me, like when it came to food. Even now, man, I'm telling you, this weekend we're at my buddy's house for dinner. He has like a pizza oven, so he's like buzzing out pizzas.
Ooh.
That wasn't even the problem.
Yeah.
Like I had a ton of pizza, like it was delicious, obviously, whatever. The problem's after, my other friend owns like a donut company.
Oh.
And this guy brings like 6 cases of donuts
and
cornbread. And it's like after I ate all that pizza, you know, I had like a piece and a half of cornbread, and then I had a glazed donut, and then I had like 5 powdered donuts, and then this shit, you know, and it's still the bit, to me, I still find it important to binge because it reminds me how much I hate it. But the one thing that I could say that I learned, and especially with you, was the balance. It's like knowing that I could do that. And I think I had a couple blowouts on the program where like I had like a few days.
But then you had like some bounce backs.
Exactly. And that's it. Like I'm not going to go the next day and eat like 1,200 calories. That's not my goal. But like, you know, the last weekend I was up north. Mess. Yeah. And drank a lot. Like the drinking empty calories are the worst.
It's not ideal. I always say I'd rather you smoke weed than drink, but then the thing is with weed is for a lot of people it might trigger like you to be really hungry, so there's a slippery slope. But I don't know, like
no, it's like drinking like.
Well,
it also leads to eating though, man. When I used to go out,
really?
like yes,
I don't find, for me that doesn't happen.
Bro, when I used to go out and I used to get like a little fucked up, I would come home from the club, and like on my way home, I would time it so like I'd order McDonald's, Uber Eats on my way. Bro, I had this one time where my Uber Eats driver was the car right behind my Uber. So like I pulled up to my house and my Uber Eats guy was right
but
there.
that's like pretty proper.
It is proper.
That.
But I'd get the same order, so I'd go out drinking like 12 to 15 shots because like I'm a big boy and like that's what it takes. So we're talking like 1,500 calories minimum there. And then I'd go home at like 2, 3 a.m. and I'd have junior chicken combo, 6 nuggets, and a small, I don't even want to say small, a regular Smarties McFlurry. I'm not gonna lie to anybody here. I'm not in the business of lying. So we're talking like, you know, like 3,000 calories, like after a full day of eating too.
Yeah.
Like this is like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then drinking McDonald's. So, and like that was easy. I was like throwing that back. I could still do that. Like, bro, I could eat.
So I would say one piece of advice that I had a client actually 2 weeks ago. He went to the cottage, and especially it's like it's summer right now when we're recording this. I don't think it'll probably be like not summer when I drop this, but whatever. I had a client who was going to the cottage to one of his buddies, and he was like, "Well, what do I do? Because I want to drink." And honestly, I'm not a saint, right? So that's why, like, as you learn, like it's more a matter of a sustainable lifestyle approach. Like, I'm not going to tell you to cut alcohol and and just go on a crash diet and this and that. The one suggestion or one great piece of advice that I can give to anybody watching this that wants to drink, like either for a 24-hour period, whatever, obviously don't, binge drink for a week. If you're going to like a cottage, let's say for a day and a half, just focus on like increasing your protein intake a significant amount and then cutting your carbs out completely. And like in terms of like potatoes, rice, whatever. Like whatever.
Wait, do you say that for all types of alcohol?
Well,
like, are you saying somebody that's drinking a beer to cut carbs?
So I'm saying anybody that's like going to go to the cottage for a weekend,
yeah,
your only carb source should be coming from alcohol, and so that way you're mitigating your amount of calories that you're consuming.
Okay, this is an important question.
Yeah.
It's also a very naive question.
Yes.
All those like vodka seltzers,
Yeah.
are those like carb heavy?
I think coolers are like that's a cooler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a much good. So a shot is your best avenue because it's just straight alcohol.
Right.
When you
No,
incorporate,
but the seltzers are literally like carbonated water, flavored water, and vodka.
Seltzer. I have no idea. I'm a basic white bitch when it comes to drinking.
Yeah.
So Smirnoff Ice. Or
That's amazing. You know what? Delicious though. Whoever talks shit about like the fruity drinks, like
those are all the ones I like.
are the best,
Smirnoff
man.
Ice, and then there's what is it? The lemonade brand. What is it?
What? Mike's Hard Lemonade?
No, the other one. They have like a variety pack with a bunch of different flavors.
Not Cottage Springs. I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, that stuff's the best.
But anyways, I don't know why. There it is. Okay, vodka seltzer. I will look at the macros on it.
That's what I need to know.
What?
See?
I don't know.
Okay,
Okay,
not
so
65 calories though. No.
this doesn't seem
Search
accurate.
up. It's called a sandbagger. One word.
This? How many
That,
carbs
down
are
there,
in
yeah,
sandbags?
down
So
there.
10 grams. Okay, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, that's about boysenberries. I'm not endorsing drinking
Alright,
at all.
there we
But
go.
if I am gonna drink a seltzer,
No, that's great.
boysenberry sandbaggers.
So then
are
that
the
still
best.
goes.
135 calories though.
That's not bad. No, but that goes to my point. So if you,
But again, if I'm drinking like
5 of those,
8 to 10 of them is a problem.
well, yeah, but even okay. So then,
Calorically.
if we just use 5, so that's 600 calories, 60 grams of carbs. So if you just mitigated your carb intake of like potato, rice, whatever, and you just focus on protein intake, and your carb source is that,
Yeah,
you're good.
Well, that's the thing. Actually, when we were on the program, or when I was on the program, I was trying to, and we talk about this. Like, I would account for drinking.
You should,
Right? Like, I would put that.
A lot of people don't.
Like, I knew that I was gonna go out or have a couple of drinks or go somewhere, so like I would factor that into what I was eating during the day. It's so important. It's so important. The problem is now it's really tough to think like that because I work out a lot. I started running, and like that, I get so hungry.
Well, you're burning a fuck ton of calories.
So I get really hungry. So let's say I run in the morning, I have a full day of eating, like let's say 2,000 calories. It's hard not to, like, how am I not gonna, I can't account for it with alcohol because I need the food.
Yeah.
It's like fuel. Like
100%.
at this point in my life, it is fuel. And like the shit that I eat, when it's shit, I feel terrible now.
Well, it's gonna fuck up your digestive system.
Yeah, like
as well.
I'm so happy. Last night I went out, ate like an idiot,
Yeah.
drank like an idiot, but I was getting home, I got off the subway. I haven't taken the subway, by the way, in like 10 years. It was a great experience.
Really?
It was.
You didn't see any like sketchy guys?
No, I was actually the sketchy guy on the subway. It was me and my buddies. Like, we were the sketchy ones. Yeah, it was honestly the best way to commute. Other than
Well, if you're drunk, yeah.
Yeah, other than waiting like 15, 20 minutes for it. Like, at that point, I would have rather call an Uber. But good experience. I get off the subway, and at Young and Egg, where I live, this new shawarma place just opened up. And last time I went out, I got home and it was open till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go. So I got shawarma. It was
no.
great. Last time.
Oh, last time.
This time,
no shawarma.
it was closed.
Oh, good job.
If it was open,
Yeah. Well,
but I would have woken up, like, I would have come here and, yeah, I would have felt terrible. Like,
Yeah.
I still fast. Do you fast?
Unintentionally. Like, not intentionally.
But, okay, I get it, me too, but
like, I'm not
is there
actively
some
trying.
intention to it, though?
No, zero.
Zero. So, like, if
Absolutely
you were
zero.
hungry at, like, 9 a.m., you'd
I'll eat, but I'm never hungry in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's turned into unintentional now. I think it's like another habit. Like, what time is it?
I don't know.
Almost 1. I haven't eaten yet.
But what time did you get home? You went to sleep probably at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so because the fucking shawarma place was closed. That's how I knew.
No, but still, like, I'll usually eat, like, this is like my first meal of the day time.
Even if you're waking up at like 8 or 9?
Yeah, actually, I wake up pretty early. I actually, like, I'm usually up just before 7, between like 6:45 and 7:15 I'm up.
That's interesting. I do about the same, but then I normally work out in the morning, either like cardio.
Me too.
But then,
do you work out on an empty stomach?
kinda, yeah. Typically, like, I do like an intra workout halfway through it, so I'll drink like a Gatorade or half a Gatorade because, like,
Smart.
if I'm pushing heavy enough weight, like, I'm depleted, like, with my glycogen storage.
Yeah.
But then I can't wait longer than like about an hour and a half after my workout before like my insulin gets like I get actually cold and shivering.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
So I don't know how you are able to manage
Dude,
that.
I've been doing this, bro. I run 5K on an empty stomach. Like I do all that stuff on an empty stomach.
But then you wait like 4 hours to eat, or what is it, 3 hours to eat? That's weird.
Like if I get up, okay, let's say I'm typically in the gym by 8:30.
Yeah.
8:30. I'm done by 9:30. Yeah, I'm still not eating until like 12 or 1.
Interesting.
Yeah, same as running. Like it's just I don't know. I just try to hold it off until 12 or 1.
Well, it's easier to be in a caloric deficit or threshold. Like I'm
But sometimes it's not though. Sometimes like you wait and then you're so hungry and then I'm just like munching. You know?
Well, I would just say like if anyone's watching this and they're considering, I guess, doing fasting, just do it if it works with your schedule or routine. That's the biggest thing. Like I'm not opposed to intermittent fasting. I have a video coming out on YouTube probably before this drops, and it's not. There's a lot of diets or extremes that people do. I don't think that's an extreme.
Yeah. I don't think so either.
An 16-hour fast is fine because most people breakfast literally stands for breaking of the fast. So most people unintentionally fast as it is, 10 hours, 12 hours, etc. But just a lot of people, it's not going to fit into your schedule because of work or because of your social.
Yeah, I'm flexible that way, which is good. But it's also like people don't eat dinner. Like it depends on what time people eat dinner. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
Right. It's like if I don't get home from work until like 7 or 8, it's much harder to fast.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, it is. Like if my last meal is at 6:37, like it's a breeze. Like it's fine. But yeah, it depends. Like sometimes I'm home at 8, I still have to cook. I'm not eating till 9, and like then it makes it hard to fast. I don't put an emphasis on it though. It's not like if I finish at 9, I'm not eating till whatever that time frame would be. Like if I finish at 8, I'm not just trying to eat at noon.
Yeah, like I feel like people like like it takes over their life in a way.
It does.
It's like there's a funny video by a PT or a guy that I really like on Instagram. He came out with it like 2 years ago. It's ingrained in my brain. It's like his name's James Smith. He's Australian. So he's like, sorry, I can't. I'm intermittent fasting. And it's like
I know this guy.
I think I sent you this meme when we started.
Yes,
he's so funny.
Yeah,
like,
he's great.
So if anyone is curious about this, I don't know how to do it with the audio and how to set this up. But it basically just search up James Smith intermittent fasting, and it's basically like he's driving in the car talking to his buddy, and then his buddy's like, "What are you doing?" Or like, "Are you losing weight?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm intermittent fasting." Then he rolls down his window and he yells out, "Excuse me, everyone! I'm intermittent fasting. I cannot eat right now."
But that's the thing. I find with weight loss and even myself, to be honest, man, because like I started getting into the pattern of it becomes your identity. Yeah. It does. And it's hard to separate that when you're in it, especially when you're a big kid or you're a big teen and whatever. Like I look at that and it's like, yeah, I look in the mirror now and I'm still I'm obsessively looking in the mirror. It's not obsessively in the sense that I'm always looking.
Yeah.
I'm looking in the mirror from an obsessive mindset where it's like, yeah, I look fucking miles better than I did on the left.
Yeah.
But I'm still not satisfied.
But I think that's good. I think in a way,
it's very unhealthy sometimes.
No, it's not. I don't think so. I think it's a healthy thing because if you're not satisfied or you like, look, you've done a great like transformation and a great change, but it forces you to strive for more and want more.
Always, of course.
I don't like. I feel like you get into the realm of like body dysmorphia or unhealthy habits or mindset is like you are at your desired goal and then you still don't feel adequate or you still like nitpick or like then you start fucking editing photos on Instagram or shit like that. If you're just looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, I could lose another 5 pounds, that's great because that motivates you to push more.
Yeah,
right?
It trips me out though. I think it's just so tough. Like for me, like 2 bad days, I know like I need to have a good 5 days. Like I know that.
Well, I use a math analogy because I'll have a lot of clients that they'll be very inconsistent with. I think that's the biggest struggle. So if most people are eating 28 meals in a week, so that's 4 times a day, right? You'd have to be, I think it's like 22 out of 28 to be 80%, right? And I'm not gonna lie, that sounds very daunting. It could be, and it's true because
it is daunting.
Most people literally will do like out of 28, they'll probably do 14 consistent, and they're like, why am I not losing weight? This is why most people fail. Right, but then if you just go from 14 to then 16 to then 18 to then 20, now you're at 70%, then you go to 80%. Like I'm able to maintain a healthy lifestyle balance and also keep the weight off or sometimes mitigate and like lose weight if I want because I'm 95% on. There might be 1 or 2 meals in the entire week where I'm off plan for or like I'm just not 100%, but most of the time.
But are you enjoying it? Like is this sustainable for the rest of your life?
I personally enjoy eating a low carb, high protein diet, and I'm all of the foods that are on my meal plan.
Are you prepping?
No. I'm at the point now where I've reached like tranquility. Is that the word?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Eternal
Great
internal
word.
peace.
It's actually
like,
a perfect word for it.
Yeah. Tranquility.
Tranquilo.
That's the alcohol, right? Whatever.
I don't even think so.
Namaste. Basically, point is, I'm at the point now in the health and fitness journey with my own physique. After I had the skin removal surgery, like, I have my little 2-pack in the mirror. I'm happy with that. Like, I genuinely, like, I could. The leanest I've been in recent times was like 204 or 205 when I cut for Europe. I'll pull it up. But other than that, like,
What are you at right now?
right now, I haven't weighed myself in like a month just because I've been so busy. But I think I weighed myself last week and I was bloated as fuck. I was like 209. So I maintained it. Like, for me, my body like holds a lot.
What do you consider maintaining though? Like, what's your range of maintaining? So like, look, for me, I'm at like 195 right now. Okay. If I go up to like, if I'm bouncing between like 195 and 200, I'm still maintaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the science behind it?
I mean, yeah. It depends. Like, I think more than the scale, it more depends on how you look in the mirror, bro.
Because yo, I look at that right now and I'm like, fuck, like I don't even think I look like that right now, and that was not that long ago. You know what? That picture on the right, I need like 2 days and I'll look like that.
Well, that's the thing. It's just a
No, but it's true though. I are you like a same meal kind of guy? Like you just like crank out the same shit?
I eat the same thing all the time.
Me too. Okay, so my breakfast: 2 eggs, turkey bacon, and I do 2 pieces of toast, just like sourdough with peanut butter. Don't care. I know people talk shit about peanut butter. I don't care. I fucking love it. I need to eat it. My breakfast is like 600-700 calories.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, not my breakfast. It's at noon. Second meal of the day: big bowl of Greek yogurt with fruit. Delish, like 300-400 calories, depending if I do honey or not. And then I just shuffle between, like, I do this, like, was it your recipe that I used? No, not anymore. I found this, like, Korean beef, like, ground beef recipe, like this Korean chili ground, the best with rice, or I do, like, a chicken and rice, or I do a chicken and a noodle, or a salmon and a rice, like, whatever it is. It's like, I know I can do that all the time. It's the hardest part is going out. Do you go out?
Rarely. So, like,
wow.
Here, so we'll go to here. So this was like the whole like transformation from
holy shit.
So this is how you can see the scars.
Oh my gosh, dude! I haven't seen that picture on the right.
Yeah, so this was like.
Wait, go back to that for a second.
Yeah, I'll show. This is my 2-pack. Like, you can kind of see, like, you know, the outline. This was me like when I went to Europe in May. And so I did like
this May?
Like 2024. Yeah, I went to like Portugal and Greece and yeah.
No way, where?
Specifically, like,
you were just
Athens and Athens and Santorini and then Portugal and Madrid. I was gone for like 3.5 weeks. You're not on my private page. I should send you my private page because then it has all the videos on my thing.
Shame.
Yeah, I have a private page.
Wow, that is crazy.
So
dude.
the point is, for me, in terms of sustainability, like when I do cardio or like when I wake up in the morning and like I have my little 2-pack,
yeah,
I'm happy with this. Like.
Right.
And I can maintain this. And I genuinely don't think, like, this is me, like, 205, right? Like, I cannot...
How tall are you?
5'11", right? And I'm pretty husky. Like, I have a lot of muscle. I don't think I can get leaner than this.
Oh
like,
my gosh,
without, like,
you're 5'11", 205?
Yeah.
That's delicious. I'm like 5'8.5", 195.
So then that's solid. So I would say, bro, like, if you really wanted to, you can cut, like, another, like, 5 pounds or 10 pounds.
I think if...
But then it impacts your life. That's the thing.
No, and I also don't... I'm a little weird, man. I don't want like that. I don't think I want like a shredded 6-pack. I don't want that.
No, it's not sustainable. That's the thing.
Never mind sustainable.
You just don't want it?
I don't fucking want it.
Oh, yeah. For me, I would want it like literally once.
I get it.
To have the photo and then go eat a fucking donut, right?
Yeah.
So one of my favorite stories.
That's like for me. I don't want to say impossible. Also, like I don't know, man. I always think, okay, am I happy? How do I look? How do I feel? You know. What do I don't give a fuck. This is true. Everybody thinks about it. How do I look to other people? You know what I mean? And like, how am I being received? For me, I've never had a problem. Like, you know, even like when it comes to women, for example, even when I was my heaviest, you know, I was still
really
enjoying my time.
For me, I never had that.
I was still, and you know what? It's crazy, and I don't even mean to be like, this isn't braggy. I hope it doesn't come off like that. This is just like the truth, because anybody who's listening to this that has been through it, understands the inconsistencies and how you feel and your confidence and all that shit. I always carried myself well, so the confidence was there, even though I fucking hated myself at times.
Wow.
But I was still, like, and that always translated.
I never had confidence up until like the last like 2 years. Like, I think it's also different because you had the high school dynamic where like you were interacting with people, and you went to parties and this and that. I never had that.
But even middle school too, man. Like I was always, I had like a great group of friends, and I was always busy and doing shit. And then there was like all the bar mitzvahs and birthdays and the whole, the whole thing.
That's the time, the time of our lives with when you had a bar mitzvah party every other week. Like,
yeah, dude. I just spoke to a client before I got here. I was just showing her a couple places, and she's not Jewish, but she grew up in Thornhill, so like she's surrounded by like all the Jews, right? And she's like, I don't know about you, but I used to go to bar mitzvahs and they used to hand out TVs. I'm like, what fucking bar mitzvah?
Wait, time out. But TV, we got fucking Chinese NBA jerseys.
That's what I
We got fucking USA Michael Jordan or LeBron James. And I would do a spin-a-rooney for that shit.
Dude, I would, oh my gosh. See, it's so funny. I wouldn't even do that shit. You know what I would do? I was an animal. I'd go up to the kid whose bar mitzvah it was, and I'd be like, yo, like, straight up, just get me a jersey. And like, don't fuck around. Bro, I'm not even joking. I cleaned out my closet a few months ago. Yeah. I have a stack. For those who are listening and not watching, my hands are very far apart. Yeah. A stack of this many bar mitzvah jerseys. That like, the worst quality. This girl's telling me she's getting fucking TVs, man.
That's okay. That's just another level of goyism. That's like
Uber,
bro. Uber. That's the reason people hate Jews. Like,
like
fucking. We just here. That's how you know they're Jewish. It's just here's a fucking TV. Here's a MacBook Pro. Thanks for coming. My
13 years old.
Yeah.
You know what? There were a couple people like I guess our stage of bar mitzvahs was like. It was cool because they started doing like the hoverboards, like like the two wheelies.
I was too fat for that.
If you were really cool, you got one of those. Never got one of those. To be honest, I just didn't care enough to. I didn't care enough to dance that hard.
For me,
man.
I busted my ass to get like. I remember I went.
I feel like I vividly see a picture of you in like a white. I don't know what. I don't even know. Were you a bow tie kid?
Yes, for a very long time.
So that's what I see.
It's probable we went to a bar mitzvah before together.
I see a bow tie and some colored hair.
Colored hair. I don't think the colored hair started until I was like 15 or 16.
Oh yeah,
and because like being 300 pounds, you don't stand out enough. So like you just need to fucking dye your hair as well. But no, when I was super young, I used to have like blonde streaks in my hair, and everybody thought I was gay. Like I don't know why I thought that was cool. Like 7, 8, 9 years old, I literally had like I had brown hair, and then I'd put like fucking blonde streaks.
Yeah, the frosted tips we call it.
No, it wasn't even frosted. Like, that's like NSYNC type of shit. Like I wasn't Justin Timberlake. Like it was just like it looked like a porcupine. It was just like random ass blonde streaks. Anyways, that's just really stupid. But so that we're both Jewish, Mazel Tov.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
wait.
Oh, before I
quit. Yeah, I'm the Jewish thing for one other second. Like you don't look Jewish.
No, nobody thinks I'm Jewish.
Not at all. So like I was thinking like when you said you went to Athens, I was like, yeah, you were probably chilling.
Yeah. So
they don't like us there.
No, but people think I'm Greek. I get Greek or Portuguese.
I always get Italian.
You do look a bit. You don't look Jewish either. Yeah. I get Greek.
No, I feel like I got that like. I'm like 4 generations Canadian, but I got
Bro,
that, like,
you have a thick tan.
The skin.
You have the tan.
Well, dude, I'm always shirt off.
Yeah.
Everywhere outside.
I burn like a motherfucker.
Yeah, you have that complexion.
Your before and after picture, the most noticeable thing is the tan.
That's the tan accounts for 5 pounds.
I swear to God, like
tan accounts for 5 pounds minimum.
No, because you look leaner when you have a darker complexion.
Yeah, 100%. No, it's true. Like everybody needs it.
If I had a dark of a tan as yours, my 2-pack would probably look like a 3.5 pack.
Yeah, so it's scary that I have no packs, but maybe if I get a couple shades darker, we'll figure it out.
Incorporate the Stairmaster and like 6 liters of water and some salt and hate your life for like 14 days and you'll be good.
It's actually true. I could do that.
Okay, dude. Like, here's the thing. It was one of my favorite stories. Sammy. I think you know her brother. I don't want to say her last name.
Yeah, no.
But she and I together. She lost over 120 pounds. She was the reason I went to the skin removal surgery because like she got.
Oh yeah, you told me about her. Yeah.
Basically, the funny thing or the funny story with her is like she had a dead set like goal weight, and it wasn't like she wanted abs. I mean, it's obviously really hard for females to have abs, but I think her goal weight at the time was like 150 or something like that, or 160 because her starting weight was like 290 or something like that. Point is, once we hit that goal weight, it wasn't like we were like, okay, what's our next goal? No, I literally bought her Krispy Kreme.
Love that.
Right? So that's what I say
Where's my
to...
fucking Krispy Kreme?
Okay, well, I mean, you literally live near a Krispy Kreme, I think. You're closer
Close
to Krispy
enough.
Kreme than
I'm
me.
clo- I'm
Like,
close enough.
It's not, thank God, it's far. Like, every time I go downtown, I get fucking Krispy Kreme.
The best.
Every time I'm able to get Krispy Kreme or Tiny Tom, I get it. But
Tiny Tom's the best.
Krispy Kreme, oh, that shit is like disgustingly good.
I know.
The point is, I say that to say, like, when anybody tells me, okay, I'm dead set on getting abs, or like, I want to look like this unrealistic expectation of like someone on Instagram or Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
Like, man, I can help you get there, but like, we're taking the fucking photo and you're going to eat a donut. Like, you're not sustaining this.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
It's
very
also mentally
hard.
unhealthy.
Yeah, dude, like, ask anybody on Instagram that posts shirtless thirst traps all the time, they fucking hate their life.
Absolutely. I would say I apply this to everything in life, especially when it comes to losing weight. I think everything is 95% mental. In my opinion.
With weight loss,
Opinion.
I can't say that for sure. I would say a lot of it also has to do with experience and like knowledge.
No, but it's also but you're not, it's all mindset. Like if you're not in the mindset to lose the weight or you're not ready to do it, you're not going to do it. You're not doing anything if you're not ready to do it. I think about that in business. I think about that with losing weight. Like if I tell myself, you know, I am cutting out 75 hard.
Yeah.
Okay? 75 hard is like the best example. It's like, I'm just not doing these things and I am doing these things and that is what I'm doing. I made that decision in my mind and if I didn't stick to it, like, you know, then I mentally faltered. I don't want to say I'm mentally weak. It's very tough to say because obviously there's a lot of baggage that comes, especially with losing weight. You know, it's so intense and there's a lot of, you know, mental health surrounding losing weight and you know, what we've been taught and how we were brought up and how it goes with that. But, you know, for me, I think if your mind is right, you can actually do anything. Like, I'm not trying to be David Goggins here and inspire the entire world, but the truth is like, if your mind is right and your mind is healthy and you're doing the proper things, like I meditate, I, you know, listen to, not podcasts, but I listen to different courses on this app called Calm. You know,
Oh, that's a good one.
best.
Did you listen to the LeBron James one?
No.
That's so funny. Hi, I'm LeBron James, and today we're gonna. I think it's funny
No,
because I can't focus on that.
I like Jay Shetty. He's really good. Jay Shetty.
Oh, he has like the YouTube guy. Like he's in.
Yeah, and he does like a daily course called the Daily J. And it's just good. Like, you know, like I meditate and I do all these things. And I pray every morning, and when my mind's right and I'm doing these things, I'm good. When my mind isn't right, I am all over the place. And I think that's like the biggest thing for me with losing weight is like if I'm in a good spot,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna maintain the weight. Business is gonna be okay, whether the market's shit or whether, you know, clients are thinning out. It doesn't matter because like you know that you can set yourself up.
So
in
what
the
were
right
like the
headspace.
biggest challenges that you had, or that I guess you faced in general with the health and fitness, and then like how did you or we overcome that?
The inconsistency. That's the biggest challenge. And it was, you know, I'd be like locked in. You use the term yo-yo, that's like the perfect way to describe it, because I could lock in for 2 weeks at a time and be great and then go for sushi one night and just completely fall off and get worse than I was before the 2 weeks of me starting. And I would say that was the hardest, man. I was always working out. That was never a problem. There was like a period where I stopped, but that was also like kind of surgery dependent, like with my hip and everything. But yeah, and then I think the biggest thing that we did was that you helped me with was just getting into a consistent flow, understanding what I could eat, why I could eat it, not having to eat. I remember telling you, like, I felt like eating 2,200 calories was like crazy.
Yeah.
And that's like below my maintenance. If I'm eating 2,200 calories right now, I'm still losing weight. And like that was a crazy thought to me.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to calories as well. I think that was like a huge problem for me too.
Yeah.
So like from a whole macro perspective, like I don't think I was, you know, I think like, okay, well I ate 1,800 calories today, like I'm good. Or I ate 2,000 calories, I'm good. I was never getting enough protein. I still don't eat enough protein.
It's the hardest.
It is so hard.
Well, I think it's only hard if you make it hard. Like for me, I literally consistently average 300 grams of protein a day.
I can never.
You know, you could, but it's just
Give
a
me a
matter
day.
of.
Give me a day. What are you eating?
Well, okay. Today I woke up and I ate steak, and it was 9 ounces of 9 ounces of steak. What type of steak? It was a strip loin. Okay, and then I had there's these like little carb thing. I don't. There's like it's.
Are
like
you counting calories these days, or like?
Yeah.
Do you know where you're at? Like, what are you eating a day? Calories.
It depends if it's a training day or non-training day. On average, I'm averaging about 2,600.
Nice, healthy.
And the protein's about 300. The carbs are about 120. The fat's like 95.
How with it? Okay, so a 9-ounce steak. Give me the rest of the day.
I had like 2 packets of like these Drizzlicious things. They're amazing.
I love
Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, they're so good.
Which one did you have? The birthday cake one?
No, so here's my thing.
I like the birthday cake.
I have the birthday cake one and I have the s'mores one. And I combine them in a bowl together and I add some salt. And it's so fucking good.
Really? Salt?
Well, just a little bit. I like salt. I have a heavy salt palate.
So like, do you like chocolate with like sea salt?
Yeah,
on it?
yeah.
I fucking hate
So,
salt.
what the fuck?
I hate
Unbelievable.
I hate.
We can't be
like,
friends anymore.
salted carrot. Like
What? That's the best thing. Chocolate, caramel, like salted caramel chocolate. That's the best
I
fucking
hate
thing.
it. I hate the salt. I don't want salt.
Oh,
I hate salt on
it's
like
so
my
necessary.
tequila glass. I hate all
Okay,
that.
I'll give you that because that's like heavy salt.
It's literally
that's
like
gross.
salt.
No,
Like,
that's
it's just
gross.
salt.
I had that once in like Mexico. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, I hate that.
That's weird. Okay, so I had that, and then
Okay.
I had like there's another thing I'll send you. It's called Pro Bites. I asked them for sponsorship, and they refused, but I'll probably show them out anyways. It's
Pro
like,
Bites.
It's like a chocolate ball, and it's like 180 calories and 15 grams of protein. And it's delicious. And it's so fucking good. And they have a peanut butter flavor. I don't like the peanut butter. I haven't tried that.
I love peanut butter.
But I'll
Okay,
send you
nice.
this. So that's basically like 800 calories, and also about like 10 grams of butter. I actually do weigh out my butter because I'm anal. And so there we go. And then what I have in the fridge upstairs, which I'm going to eat later, is just I'm going to have like 12 ounces of skinless, boneless chicken thighs.
Thighs, the best.
The best. And then I
Favorite.
have grilled pineapple that I grilled myself because I can't eat pineapple anyway, any other way. And I'm going to have like 300 grams of that. That's my carbs. And that's my protein source. And then I'm going
You
to
throw cinnamon on the pineapple?
yeah, so what I do when I'm grilling the pineapple is I'll heat up like some butter and a shit ton of cinnamon and a non-sugar added brown sugar cinnamon syrup. It's like Torellini. It's the same syrups that Starbucks uses.
Nice.
A little bit of salt and pepper. I'll mix that all in and then I'll marinate the pineapple and then I'll grill it.
Not bad.
Chef Puffy at your rescue.
Not bad.
Anyone watching this and you like pineapple, honestly, like it's one of my favorite carb sources because you can eat so much of it. It's really filling.
No,
too.
pineapple fucks me up. Like I could take down a full pineapple.
And it makes your jizz taste good.
Easy. That's nasty.
Okay. Anyways, so that's basically today, and then I also have like 2 or 3 of those protein balls, and so that would take me to like I'm not working out today, so that's going to be like 2,400 calories and about 300 grams of protein. That's pretty much every day. The only difference is on the training days, I don't have steak. I have chicken wings.
I think I'm lucky if I'm getting 100 grams of protein.
That's pathetic. And
I
I mean
know.
that in the nicest way possible.
I know.
So it's not a matter of like dude, it's not a matter that it's hard. It's just a matter of your choices that you're making.
Yeah, but like, okay, so I guess so.
I guarantee you, everything
If I
day.
supplemented the toast that I have, my toast and peanut butter with a protein source, it would change a lot.
Not necessarily.
It would, but
now, how much would it change? 20 grams? 100 grams to 120? Who cares?
No, but like let's say my toast is like 400 calories, okay, with my peanut butter. Okay?
How many meals do you eat in a day?
3. But
Okay.
like kind of. Like I have my yogurt. It's like a meal.
That's a snack.
Yeah,
Not
but
really
so
good.
it's really 2.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
then my yogurt and berries.
yeah, so number 1, incorporate a protein shake. And you can have 2 scoops and then there's an extra 50 grams.
No.
You shake your head, why?
Because I don't want that.
Why not?
I don't like protein shakes.
Okay, so
I got these protein pancakes, by the way.
Okay.
Not
From Costco?
Your recipe is great.
Thank you.
I used it for a while.
Yeah.
No, I got this mix at I think Longo's
Kodiak?
or something. I forget what it's called, but it is
Flourish? Nourish?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is it yellow?
Yes.
It's Nourish or Flourish.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Taste wise or
Macros wise, I would say to add protein to it though.
Macros wise, it's 290 calories.
Yeah.
Like 30 grams of protein.
Yeah, so
or
I would
something.
add a scoop of whey to it.
Yeah. See, fuck that. That would make me
No, bro.
and I do a
that's
dash.
50
I
grams.
do almond milk in there.
Yeah.
And like they say, you can make it with water. Almond milk just gives me like
It's a better consistency.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much better. Oh, that I've been fucking up. So I'll do that. Like the last 2 weeks, I've had like a few mornings.
Yeah.
Bro, I just make one fat pancake.
Just one?
Well, like that's what the serving makes.
Oh, no, but I like mini pancakes.
No, sometimes I do.
Okay. See, less work because I fuck up the flip.
No, see, I'm great with the
You're
flip.
good with flip?
Easy.
You go with the wrist.
Dude, fucking big pancake, and then I do peanut butter and honey on top.
That's good.
Crazy.
Okay, but point is, if you're eating 3 times in a day, that's fine.
500.
And it's probably filling, right?
So filling. But protein, I get like some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
I got my peanut. I love peanut butter, bro. I could eat peanut butter fucking 40 times a day.
So one thing, you can save calories by just subbing to powdered peanut butter instead of regular peanut butter. Why not?
Because I'm not doing that.
Why not? It's the same.
It's something I'm not doing. And if you do powdered peanut butter, you let me know how that goes. Because I'm not.
Have you ever tried it?
No. So like
you never tried it?
The PB2 or whatever.
You never tried it?
No, I just don't care to put in the work, bro. I'm not mixing.
You're not mixing water with powder?
No.
Okay. Because I was gonna say you can save calories.
It can't be the same.
It is. I promise you, it is literally powdered like peanut butter into powder form, and then all you need to do to make it viscous, right? So you're not like choking on chalk.
Yeah.
Is add a liquid source.
No.
Okay. So there's that. But the point is, if
I'm
you're
a man of convenience.
That's okay. That's okay. You can eat, if you're eating 3 times a day, each time you eat should have a minimum of 60 grams of protein.
Yeah, that's fucked.
No, it's not.
Happening. It's not happening. I'm not doing that for breakfast.
Okay, dude, that's like 8 ounces of chicken breast. You're telling me you can't eat 8 ounces of chicken breast?
Not for fucking breakfast, dude.
Okay, how about like 3 eggs and a cup of egg whites? Or how about 3 eggs, half a cup of egg whites, and a scoop of protein powder, which you don't like?
Yeah, I guess. Like, I know.
There's many options.
I know my protein's too low.
That's
but
really low.
I still feel like good.
Yes,
you know?
but like if you would like to like go to the next level and like make your physique like really like god tier, you need to consume more protein.
You're right. I know that. By the way, can we transition? I have a question for you.
Yes.
About working out now.
Okay.
Burning question.
Yes.
I told you. So I stopped doing weights.
Like workout.
Like 3 months ago.
Completely.
Weights.
Like strength training.
No. Yeah, like I do body weight.
So calisthenics.
Yeah, I guess so. You can call it that. I don't like to like say I do calisthenics because like I don't.
Makes sound gay.
No, because I just like I don't think that's what I feel like. People that do calisthenics are a level above.
Yes.
Me. Like,
I know
I'm
what
not
you're
like
saying.
doing. So like I do this. Been pretty much every day other than running days.
Okay.
Right? Like the only days that I run, I don't work out.
Mm-hmm.
I do 100 pull-ups, not in a row. 100 pull-ups, 300 push-ups, 60 to 80 dips, and then I alternate on core or I'll factor in cardio.
You have missed half your body.
My legs.
Yeah.
I know. My legs have actually been good though, man. I'm running and stuff. I know I need to like strengthen my legs. I did like burpees the other day.
Didn't you have like a knee surgery?
Hip 3.
Yeah. So, like, you need to kind of pay attention to that.
Dude, this is the best it's ever felt in my entire life.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So what's the question?
So the question is like, what I'm doing legit, or should I put in weights? Because
What's
like
your
I'm
goal?
kind of getting bored.
What's your goal?
I don't know, man. Just look and feel good. The other thing is my body, like my hips fucked, my back's fucked, and I feel so good not lifting weights, and I'm bigger. Like, look at this. This pic was like the pic that made me realize like this is by far the biggest, and like my arms.
This is recent. Eh?
Yeah, this was like
that's the Spivak's thing. Right?
Yeah, so yeah.
I messaged him. He didn't respond.
I went. I'll get on it. I went to a conference with him in Orlando to help himself.
Oh, that's sick. I respect the hustle of what he's been able to accomplish. If anyone's watching this on audio, there's a guy that I haven't actually ever met him personally. I just know of him
one of my best friends growing up.
Yeah.
Michael Spivak. He started a cold tub company called Culture. Started in his backyard using a meat freezer as like a cold tub.
Yep.
And he's built an incredible business out of it. They do portable cold tubs with portable chillers. Shout out Mikey.
He went on Dragon's Den, right?
He went on Dragon's Den. They got a deal, really great deal, and they are absolutely killing it. All the athletes have them, NHL players, buying them left, right, and center. The teams are starting to get involved too. Really cool stuff. Shout out Mikey. Shout out Culture. Shout out the whole team.
So to answer your question though, regarding the workouts, the only thing I would say, your chest looks like it's lacking a bit just off this picture.
That picture, yes, but in reality...
No, in reality, it's not bad.
No, but
I would just say...
My lats are crazy. Like, that's the one thing that I have.
I would do isolation movements. So what you could do is you can incorporate, like, your calisthenics, what you're doing, like the pull-ups, the push-ups, the dips. That covers most of your basics, but then your arms don't need any work. Your arms have always been pretty massive.
I know, and I still see them as small.
Nah, dude, they're fucking ginormous.
There they are, but like it doesn't feel like that
even
now.
In person, they're fucking ginormous, dude. Like you have.
That's the fucking. But that's the craziness.
I would say like for your chest, you're doing the push-ups. you can incorporate some like dumbbells, like just get a pair of adjustable dumbbells and like just do
Well, I
like.
have a gym in my building.
Okay, so then just do flies on a cable or with the dumbbells. Do like some fucking lateral raises because then you'll be able to build broader shoulders. Because right now with your shirt, I'm not nitpicking. Like you don't have broad shoulders. Like you're.
I don't right now. No.
So and
not,
you can't
not right
because
now.
you're not at least calisthenics. The only thing you could do is like a pike push up, but you're only really working your front delt. You're not working your lateral delt or your rear delt. So work.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start incorporating weights again. I also think it's going to make it more exciting because like I've been doing this now for like 3.5 months.
Yeah.
Maybe even 4 months of no weights, and it's nice. Like I like it. I love that, dude. I set one of my goals this year was to do like a set of 15 pull-ups. Like I just crank that out now.
Yeah, that's solid.
I just crank out 15, and it's like
it's funny you say that. I went to Barcelona. I went to Barcelona when I was
one of my favorite cities in the entire world.
When I went in May, I love it. It's the second time or third time I've been there. And they have that really famous calisthenics gym, and I was pissed off because I could only do like 3 pull-ups. And so then when I got back, I was like, fuck it. I don't care if I do anything else like with my body for the rest of the year. The only thing I want to do is be able to like go into Barcelona the next time and do more dips and pull-ups. So now I'm able to do like 8 pull-ups like pretty consistently, and I can do like 8 dips like with relative ease, like body weight, and that's good. I'm pretty happy with that,
dude. So this is what the calisthenics the biggest change is like. I could do 15 pull-ups like easy, even like 3rd, 4th, 5th set. Like I can still crank out like 10, like just sets of 10. Dips, I'm doing like sets of 15 or 20.
But I would say you need to do some just very minimal legs. So just do like an elevated split squat, right? Or some or you could do a body
that's
squat.
what I'm gonna reincorporate some weights into my regimen.
Lunges, squats, and like glute bridges.
Dude,
and
when I was working with you, that's when my legs were like
they were good.
Yeah, they were.
So it's just something that you shouldn't neglect, and it's also like a really great way to increase your testosterone as well.
Yeah, I just worry about my back. Honestly, I worry about my back, my hip. I don't worry about too much because I think it's at a really good spot
because of pain.
Yeah, my
so then it just depends on the movement, bro. But like,
no.
Just go light. Like you don't need a lot of weight when you're doing legs.
Well, that's the thing, dude. There was a point where I was inclined, even like chest.
Yeah, you were doing fucking like 100 pounds, right?
Yeah, I got up to 100 and I was doing like sets of like 10. And it was crazy. I had my buddy take a video of me at the gym. It was nuts. But yeah, I have to say, it's all ego lifting though. It's so funny because I will outwardly acknowledge that it's ego lifting, but it doesn't feel like it's ego lifting because I can do it and it feels right. And it's like, so if I can do it and it feels good, like why wouldn't I do it? The problem is after, right? It's like if I don't stretch properly, I don't do the movement properly, like you don't really realize that until it's too late. So I'm going to get back into weights though. Have to. Appreciate that though. Well, I needed to ask you that.
Yeah, you need to, there's nothing wrong with calisthenics. It's just, it's like with anything, with nutrition, with life, with fitness. It's a balance of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't think one specific thing is the answer. But overall, like, there's nothing wrong with calisthenics. I mean, most people watching this, they're not going to be able to pump out like a lot of like body weight workouts.
No, but you don't think. No, you don't. Neither could. Bro, what do you think? I just fucking started.
No, but you need to start with regressions.
Yeah, I couldn't do one, so I do them assisted, and then I do one, and I do the assisted, then I do 2, and then I do assisted, and then eventually, like, you just get to a point where it's like you're just busting them out, bro. It's so cool. Like, man, on the subway last night, I was just like,
you were doing the pull-ups on the in the subway.
Bro, like
I have a video of me doing it too.
I love it. I just kind of do pull-ups like any opportunity that I can. Yeah, like my buddy made a sticker out of it, so you can't even see. But yeah,
oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, like I was just chilling on the subway, like just doing my thing. I love it, man. I don't know, it's cool. But yeah, the calisthenics stuff's dope. But I'm gonna still incorporate. I've always wanted to do pull-ups. I was never able to do them for the longest time, so that's something that is a non-negotiable. I'll still be doing those all the time. Gotcha.
Well, we're not going to wrap up. Before we wrap up, I want to talk about, I guess, more about your, I guess maybe like your music, and then obviously a little bit of like the real estate.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I'm just going to pull it up here. So here's your music one.
Wow.
I don't know why it's not loading. There we go.
Been a while. I haven't posted on there.
It's been, what is this one? This one's like June.
That was the first. Go to the next post was April 21st, 2023.
Yeah.
So that was like a year and a bit ago. Yeah, man.
So real Kid Cole for anybody on audio.
Dude, I've been making music my whole life. Like, that's what it feels like. Since I'm 10 years old, I was writing music. And I don't do it so much anymore.
Yeah, why not?
Life, man. Life. It's actually a shame.
But shouldn't you? It's like a good way to like.
It is. No, I shouldn't say I don't do it.
Yeah.
I just don't really release anything. I released like one song.
I don't know if people can hear that on audio. That's me.
It's all good. I'm gonna remember that. But Yeah, like I released this one song a month or so ago. Yeah, I guess June. Just because I wanted to, you know, like I'm not really like putting any promotion into it anymore. But I taught myself piano. That's a vibe.
Oh, that's solid.
Yeah.
So then that would help you like with composing and
Yeah, I mean, like I never really made my own beats for all these years. I had shout out Jason Siegel, producer to the stars. I love him. He's like my little brother, and he's unbelievable. So we work together. Like he produced my whole album when I released it. He's produced pretty much everything, and then I started to learn how to produce as well. So we would do things together, and now I can just kind of bust out beats, and it's pretty easy for me to do. So I do that on my free time and play piano and enjoy it, but music's become a little bit of a hobby, and I never wanted it to become a hobby. I really wanted to do something legit. Like I built up a good following on TikTok as well that I just kind of abandoned.
Well, that's not good. You should do something with it.
I know. I have like over 30,000 followers on TikTok.
That's pretty solid.
And I could convert it into something.
You want to drop freestyle?
But no, you know what? I actually, funny thing though, last night I got off the subway at Yonge and Eglinton, and there was some guy playing piano at 2:30 in the morning.
Nice.
And he had a beat on his phone, like on a speaker, and I was freestyling with him. It was actually a lot of fun.
You should have put that into a clip. That would have gone viral. 100%.
I know. But that's what you think. It's also like exhausting social media, man. It is so exhausting. I was doing TikTok like consistently for a while. And,
I
like,
would know. My shit's like I'm kind of almost at the point of like I'm not giving up on content creation, but that's also why I'm shifting more towards podcasts because it's easier. I'm just gonna do.
And it's more enjoyable, dude. Like, how long have we been talking for?
Probably an hour. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It's flown
it doesn't
by.
feel like it, and
Yeah.
you know, like that's the thing. You give people good nuggets in podcasts.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, yes, you can give somebody a good 15-second clip and just like bust them out, but yeah, man, I started to get really, really sick of social media, and I mean, look, real estate, like, I have to, you know, like there's the big educational component for clients.
Pull that up.
Yeah, the real estate stuff. So there's a big educational component to what I post, right? Like, obviously I'll post like personal stuff. If you like scroll down a little bit on my Instagram,
Yeah.
you'll see. So like, I have like a mix of like my life, my fun stuff, my business.
That's good. That's how you should.
Yeah, and like that, it's super important to me, right? Like I'll do like market updates, or I'll do this series called like FAQ Friday, where it's like I'll ask a question on a Wednesday of like, you know, who has questions about the real estate market, and I'll pick one and do a video on the Friday and post it. And yeah, you know, like social media, it's so tough.
You have a really good smile, dude.
Thank you.
It's a very
so much, man.
it's a very natural smile. Like
I
you're not
appreciate
forcing
that.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes it feels like I am. Like sometimes this smile, like the side.
Oh yeah.
You know, like because
I feel like my
half in,
smile.
half
I
out.
only get like a good smile when like I'm laughing.
Give me a smile.
Like I can't. Like, I have to laugh. Like like that's not. It's not natural. Like I have
Me
to
too,
like
bro.
be laughing
I feel
before.
you. I need to do the same thing, and sometimes I still think it just looks whatever. But yeah, man, real estate, dude. I just finished my 3rd year in real estate, which is crazy because
Wow, the time flies.
time flies, man. Yeah, it's been a really cool journey though. Like it's a lot of growth and self development, especially because real estate you're like alone. You know,
Yeah.
like I have my brokerage. Another shout out, Slavens and Associates. Darren Slavens, broker to the stars. He's the man. But it's tough. It's tough. Like your business. You are your business. If I don't work, I don't make
It's
money.
the same thing with me.
Yeah, bro.
Right?
Like that. No salary. I'm straight commission. Like just like you're in sales. Like you have to sell. And
Nah, see, I am in sales by default. I'm not like someone asks me. I'm not like a salesman.
yeah,
you know
but
what
you're
I mean?
in sales.
Unfortunately, it is part of the.
You are
part of the trade.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I gave you my hard-earned money.
Yeah.
Like it's the truth is
you told me I was good at selling. Actually.
yeah, it was great. It was,
Remember how you on the renewal? You're like, yo, you're really good at selling.
Yeah, you are. And you know what? Like that's the thing. Real estate agents sometimes get a bad rep because it's a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
Like people need to make money, and a lot of people will screw you to make that money.
That's true.
You know, so it's any sales job is, the fact that I can create my own business and create my visuals and create, what I do and put myself into it. Like I'm very blessed that I have the opportunity to do that. Like I'm very grateful for my job because I have the flexibility in my schedule. I have the flexibility in my life with friends, with family, with whatever. I can golf on a Tuesday afternoon at 2:00 if I want. I can go on vacation. I could do whatever No, you know what? I've actually been pretty good. The last like 2-3 years, I've been pretty good. Like now, I'm shooting like. My friends that are listening to this are gonna definitely talk shit.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm like high 80s, low 90s now.
Do you use the foot wedge or no foot wedge?
No foot wedge.
No foot wedge.
No.
That you got me beat. I retired officially from golf.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
You don't look like a golfer. You don't strike me as a golfer.
Well, no, my dad loves golfing. My dad used to be like high 70s, low 80s, like, consistently. Very great guy. Well, you know, maybe golf with him sometime. But
we should golf the four of us.
No.
My dad.
So I have retired because there was a thing that happened where I got really mad, and well, I broke many trees and many clubs. I'm just not cut out for golfing. I'm not cut out for a lot of things, and when something like irritates my anger, like it's just really bad. So I threw a club at someone's head before. I'm not going to name what happened because I threw a club at my dad's head. I got really mad. This was like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And then
You've calmed down since then.
Yeah. But like, I'm retired from golfing. It's just not logical. Like, why put
Did
yourself?
you lose the weight 5 years ago?
This was yeah. Like, it had nothing to do with like the weight. It's more a matter of like with like ADHD and autism and my brain being retarded.
Yeah.
Like it's like triggering. Like no. It's not a bad. Like I'm just not like. When I played Call of Duty when I was younger, I would ram my head through a wall. Like I gave myself a concussion because I got really mad. Right, so it's just like stop putting myself in that position.
I know, yeah, for sure.
Anyways, my handicap was like 40 when I played, but I was an honest golfer. That's
all that matters.
My dad taught me that. Like,
if you're gonna shoot a 130,
true 130.
Fucking shoot a 130.
Yeah. I was a proud 40 handicap.
That's good.
Like consistently, but that was the one thing. I just regret it. Not regret retiring, but like that's the one thing my dad probably like. You know, when like let's go, boy, let's go play golf. But like I don't know, man. Like
come on. I love it. I played with my dad and my brothers this week. It was really nice. Yeah, I'm lucky that I get like the opportunity to do that in my job. I mean, to be honest, man, I love people, and I love the fact that I get to work with people. I get to work with different kinds of people. It's a different life when you know. I personally, and I'm not knocking this to anybody. I can't do a 9 to 5. Like I just can't personally sit at like a desk in an office. I can't do it. I don't know if I have ADD. I think everybody has
a little bit, and nowadays with the tiki-taki.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the tiki-taki, and man, like I love that I'm on the move. You know, like even this morning, like I got the schedule. It's a Sunday morning, you know, on a long weekend, and a client wanted to go see something, so like I was able to do that and come here and do this, and then I have work to do in the afternoon, and it's nice that sure it's a Sunday, I want to relax, but I have my downtime when I need my downtime, right? And I set that up. I was just in Israel like 2 weeks ago, and I had somebody from my office like looking after a couple of my clients that were here, and ended up getting a deal done while I was there.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's the goal when like you're away and you can still like somewhat make money.
You always do need some control though.
Yeah.
You know, like it's tough, and it wasn't easy, man. Like this is like a success story to the moon. Like a 7-hour time difference in Israel, right? Like we had an offer that was set to expire at midnight Toronto time.
That's what normally happens,
right?
Yeah.
And what that meant was I'd have to be up at 4 in the morning, so it would be 11 p.m. here, so that I can make sure I can get their signatures, right? 3 or 4 in the morning, just to make sure that they're not sleeping. And I had to do that, and I did it. It was exhausting, and it was a really tough trip because I was leading Birthright.
Yeah.
So I was leading a Birthright trip, so I had to be up early, and there was like a lot of stuff that I had to do, and I still got it done. That's the thing, and I think like that too. There's just people are gonna call on you, and people are gonna need things, and you just gotta fucking do it.
Yeah.
You just have to, like, when you're in a service and when you're in a client service based industry.
Yeah.
There's nothing more important than your client.
Yeah. No. Like when I went to Europe, I was still working like all the time. Right?
Yeah, and you have to, but you find the balance, and once you strike that balance, like I'm still working on it, dude. I'm 3 years in the business. Yeah. Like my goal is when I'm 25 years in the business. My process is seamless.
Well, you'll also have more leverage and you can outsource and have...
Exactly.
But for you, if there's anybody like watching this and curious about it, I guess what trends are you seeing in the market right now, or do you have any tips for buyers or sellers, or really anybody like, probably a lot of us, or probably most of us watching this are probably going to be like mid-20s, maybe mid-30s, right. So they might be looking to maybe forego renting, start renting, or maybe even buy a place, God forbid, in Toronto. But
yeah, it's tough. I mean, our age group, we're in a really tough position. I think a lot of, I would say 95% of people in our age bracket, if they're buying, they're getting help from their parents.
They have no choice.
Yeah, it's really tough. Even qualifying, even qualifying for a mortgage is really tough. What I'm seeing right now, though, interest rates are starting to get cut.
That's good though, right?
Yeah, double-edged sword.
Okay.
It's good in the sense that like lending becomes a lot more accessible, right?
Yeah.
So it's like easier for somebody to get a mortgage.
Yeah.
Your payments will be less, but if your payments are less and it's easier to get a mortgage, that means that there's a lot more people that have access to that. So a lot more people come into the market. So the market gets hot. There's more buyers. There's more competition. So prices are going to get higher. We're not seeing that reflection yet. Like right now, the condo market for a first-time home buyer, the condo market right now is primed and ready to go. There's like inventory that's sitting for like there's 2 months of backdated inventory that just hasn't sold. I think there's a lot of uncertainty. It's also the summer. The market's slower in the summer.
Yeah.
A lot of backdated inventory that's got to sell, and sellers know that. Sellers are cutting prices, and agents are actually like, dude, I got an email from an agent 2 weeks ago being like, there's a property that I showed. It was like a $600,000 condo. And he's like, if we sell, actually no, this was a different one. This was like a $900,000 condo. He's like, if you sell or if you bring your buyer before like August 15th, we'll give you an extra $5,000 cash, like to the agent. So it's like people are getting really desperate because sellers that are selling their properties, some of them have already bought something. And if you can't sell your property and you can't free up that capital, then you got to do whatever, it's a bridge loan or whatever you have to do to get the financing. And it makes things very complicated. But for people our age, like, I was so anti-rent for the longest time. I was. Because it's like, yeah, you don't want to throw money away and this and that. I'm renting.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't have a choice though in this.
No, but I'm renting, but I accept it and I love it. Like, things go wrong, you don't need to worry about them.
Yeah.
Like, there's pros and cons, obviously. Like, yes, you're not building equity anywhere.
Yeah,
like,
Warren Buffett's probably not a happy guy, but that's what it is.
You're like, look, you're throwing, your money's going to your landlord, and like, there's no ROI. There's no ROI. But okay, let's say for a $700,000 condo. Okay, $700,000 condo. Let's say you're spending $3,000 a month on rent. Okay, now to buy that condo, you need $140,000 cash,
which nobody has,
ready to go. Like that's out of your account. You're done.
Yeah,
that's your down payment gone,
and nobody has that.
And then $700,000, you put $140 down. You're left with $560. Let's call it like 6%. You're still spending $3,500 a month, and then you have your maintenance fee, which
and the
is
levies
like another
too, right?
$500 a month. Yeah, you don't really worry about that though. Like maintenance is $500 a month, takes you to $4,000. Utilities that aren't included in the maintenance is another, and then insurance, and then taxes. Bro, you're nuts like $4,500 a month after putting down $140,000.
You're fucked.
Loose numbers.
No, but still, even if you deduct like 500, that's still
whatever
fucked,
it is. Yeah, it's you're spending like, so it's either you spend $3,000 a month and get everything you need, and something breaks, you don't need to pay for it. Your landlord pays for it, or you have to shell out $140,000 out of your pocket, and you're still spending over $4,000 a month. So it's tough, but you're building ownership, you're building equity. Then at some point you're able to leverage that. You can refinance. Like let's say you put down more than 20%, or it doesn't even, you can put down 20% and refinance, and you take $100,000 out to buy another property. Like, yeah, your payments will go up on your initial one, but there's opportunity to get, further into the market. It's really tough to be a homeowner at our age. At any age, man. Like, I don't know how people are the average Canadian or the average Torontonian is going to own property. Like the average person. I'm not talking like us who are, we work and we're lucky we have our parents. Like, I'm talking even immigrants that come. Like, I don't know how people are going to experience home ownership, and it puts a strain on a lot of people. But that's where we're at right now. And like my philosophy with it is, here comes the sales part of me, is like, find yourself an agent who cares about you. Whether that be me or a family member or somebody else, it doesn't matter. If you have someone who cares about you and who's willing to fight for you and will not sleep until you're happy,
100%.
That's what you need.
Well, it's the same thing with coach, right?
Yeah, and as a buyer, like like buyer, renter, like you don't pay commission. It comes out from the seller, right? Like you buy, let's say, $1 million house, the seller is paying out of the money that's going, it's not out of your pocket. As a seller, you pay commission to the buying and listing agent, but especially as a renter. And I always tell my renters this: there's no reason not to use me. Use and abuse me. This is the truth, though. I don't make money from you. I make money from the landlord. Like, it's part of you do like first and last month when you sign a lease or whatever you deposit that you end up working out. And then one of those months gets split, and half of it goes to me, half of it goes to the listing agent. And like that's how it works for rentals. So it's like, yes, you're paying my commission, but it's coming out of like the rent that's supposed to go to the landlord. So it's not out of your pocket. You know, it's really important to have somebody who cares, somebody that is going to fight for you.
So just really quickly, I guess, what's your one piece of advice? I know it's very vague, but like if you were to give one piece of advice for regarding like the real estate market right now in 2024, what would that be?
Wow. That would be any opportunity you have to get your foot in the door and get in the market.
Yeah.
Get in.
That's solid.
Yeah, because what's going to happen is interest rates are going to keep going down.
Yep.
The next few cuts that we see, they said by the end of 2025, they want it to be half of what they were at the height. It's going to be tough. There's going to be a ton of competition. Prices are going to go up. Like, let alone if prices stay stagnant,
yeah,
it's still tough.
Yeah.
If prices go up,
you're fucked.
It's harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say you're fucked. It's just a lot. It's a lot harder.
Well, I can say that because I'm blunt, but you don't want to say that. No,
no, but you're not. You know, it's just like, I have one more piece of advice I'm going to say after this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happens, right? Is like the market moves in mysterious ways, and it's tough to keep up with it. You can't time it ever. You think you can time it and say, okay, I'm going to wait 3 months. It's going to be a good time to buy. And then you realize like it's in a completely different spot than you thought it was going to be. So you got to try to get your foot in the door. The other piece of advice, make so much fucking money that you can just do it. Make more money. You know, it's tough. It's tough for people in salaried positions. People in sales positions, it's obviously, you know, you have a little bit more flexibility. But, you know, when I say make more money, that includes saving more money. Make more money for yourself. Let your money work for you. Like, there's ways to invest it. There's accounts for first-time home buyers, a first home savings account. It's tax deductible. You get an $8,000 contribution, $8,000 of contribution room every year. You put that $8,000 in, that's $8,000 off your taxable income, and like that's huge. So start making more money, start letting your money work for you. When I say make more money, the people in salary positions aren't making more money, like you're on a salary, but put that money somewhere that's going to make money.
100%.
And that's and leverage what you can.
And so to segue back to I guess the original topic,
yeah,
what would be on the same question, like we talked about real estate, what would be your pieces of advice for someone or anyone starting their weight loss journey? Like, let's say 3 top tips.
3 top tips. Yeah. Number 1, investing money into it is the smartest thing that you can do. We spoke about this on our initial call. When you spend money, you become accountable. When you spend money, you don't want to fuck off. Like, you want to get things done because you know that your money's in it and you don't want to waste it and you want to see the return. That's a whole psychological component in my opinion, is hell yeah. And that's money.
Yeah.
You know, and it's super important. Number 2, fucking enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. When you're working on a program and you have a coach and you have money into it, follow the program. Do your thing. Enjoy your life. When you're out, be mindful, but don't fucking ruin your time because, you know, that slice of pizza has 200 calories and horrible macros, and it does not
live your life.
Yeah, if you want to enjoy it, enjoy it. Advice number 3 would be call Puff. Call Puff.
I didn't pay him. He is not a paid actor.
I told my dad on the way here, you changed my life, and I'll tell you why. Although after I put the weight back on, I mean, like, we go through shit.
You go ups and downs.
Ups and downs. The mindset and the mentality that I built and the accountability that I built from you, and even for dude, I wouldn't have been able to do 75 hard if I didn't work with you. You know, like that, it was a precursor for everything and all the success that I've had in losing weight. And I'm still working on it, man. I don't love the way I look all the time. Like, you know, there's times where I go look in the mirror, I'll be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
But then I remember things that we spoke about and things that we worked on. 1% better every day. Yep. Stay consistent, and more bad days than good days. And that's like the biggest thing. Just have more bad days than good days, or more good days than, I hope you don't have more bad days than good days. More good days than bad days. And, you know, like, just be mindful. I think it's that simple on a very dumbed down level. It's really hard.
Well, I can't say it better than the man said it himself. I get a little emotional when he tells me that I've had such a, I guess, profound impact on someone's life. But I mean, it's cheesy, but I feel like everybody has a purpose in life, and I'm glad, like, you know, when I attempted to take my own life twice, it faltered, it didn't work. I'm lucky enough to be able to help, like, at this point, over 100 people lose 50 pounds. And I mean, if you're watching this and you're on the fence, like, I mean, you could book a free call down below. I'm not gonna like hard sell you. I'm just gonna basically see if we're a good fit and if I can help. I don't work with everyone. I literally talked to someone today who's a vegan, or sorry, she wasn't vegan. She's a vegetarian but doesn't eat eggs. And I'm like, look, honestly, like, based on everything you told me, I don't think we'd be a good fit to work together. Right. So that's kind of the purpose of the call. Like, I know people are like sketched out because like they think I'm gonna like make them like take out a fucking third mortgage on their house to pay me. Like, I'm not that type. You know that. Like, I'm not that type of guy. Like, just some people kind of need an extra push in order to make that decision. Because when they're like, oh, I'll have to think about it. No, you don't. You could have thought about it before you booked the call. But that's the only thing I would say. But
wait, there's one more thing I want to say right into this camera here.
Okay.
Guys, no matter what position you're in life, no matter if you're 500 pounds, if you're 100 pounds and you need to put on weight, if you're not making as much money as you want, if you're not in a relationship you want, there's nothing that is unattainable.
That's true.
Every single thing you want, with the right mindset, with the right people surrounding you, with the right tools, it is all possible. I'm working on a lot of personal things right now for myself, and trying to build a positive mindset and trying to build positive habits and maintain healthy relationships and do, as much as I can to be the best that I can be. There's changes that I've made that I never thought I'd be able to. And there's things that I've done that I never thought I'd be able to do. Nothing is unattainable.
Well, I mean, literally use me as a perfect example.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had a time machine, I went back in time and I showed myself who I look like or what I'm doing now, I literally wouldn't believe it.
No.
How
about the way you feel, bro? How about your head?
I mean, that's so hard. Like, well, I literally went from playing video games three times a day, 12 hours a day, like eating McDonald's 3 times a day to like, well, I literally train people for a living. So it's complete. It can't get more.
But how about the mental clarity?
The mental clarity is there. I mean, now it's just more like it's stressed about work stuff. But in terms of like day to day, like I don't hate myself. I don't hate my life. Like I'm not depressed about the way I look. So that helps a significant amount. And it pains me and it makes me upset and it makes me depressed knowing that there's people out there that are listening to this or just out there in the world that like they don't know what it's like to actually be in the body that they want. Like they can't fit into clothes they want to wear. They can't walk up a flight of stairs without gasping for air. They have a doctor's appointment every other week. They're going for this test and this test and this test and they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. But then, man, why the fuck are you not taking any action?
Yeah, you'll spend $500 a week on McDonald's and Uber Eats, but you won't spend $500 on your health.
But some people, they genuinely do. Like, they need to go to like.
I save money on your program.
Yeah, you did. Thank you. I tell people
save money on your program.
Right?
75 hard. I save so much money too, man. Like when you walk into something, and you cook, and you do it fucking the right way. You save money.
Like some people, literally, they need a wake up call. And like go to the ICU. Okay, maybe that's an extreme. But if you go to the ICU and you see those people, there's not everybody's going to be an 80, 90-year-old. There's going to be 40-year-olds that would switch places with you in a second.
Yeah.
And that's a drastic extreme. But then why are you waiting? I've worked with clients that are 40, 50, 60. Their biggest regret is not starting sooner. This is literally why I named this podcast to start yesterday.
Bro. I love
like why wait till today? Stop saying Monday. Stop saying New Year. Stop saying, oh, I'm going to push it off. I'm going to push it off. I'm going to push it off. No, you need to start literally yesterday. Right, so if you have any inspiration, if like this is sparking any type of change, get the fuck off your ass and go for a walk. Literally just start with that and then build on that. And like I said to Cole, 1% better every day. If you go for a 10-minute walk today, tomorrow go for a 12-minute walk and then a 15-minute walk and then go buy a dog and then buy another dog that's going to make you be more fit like I did. But now I'm getting off topic.
No, but it's not off topic, man. Do a 15-minute walk and then add 10 push-ups and then add a squat. And
push-ups is really heavy. I guess it depends. If you're really heavy for push-ups.
Go on your knees and do push-ups.
I do a fall over. I did fall over.
There's a reason that right now I look the best I've looked and I am the happiest I've been in my life. There's a reason.
Yep.
It's not fucking rocket science. There's a reason why this is the best I've looked physically. This is the best I feel mentally. This is the best I've been spiritually and emotionally. The strongest that I've ever felt in every aspect of my life. There's a reason. Straight up.
So, to quote Sean Evans from Hot Ones, before we wrap this up, you have this camera, this camera, and this camera. Let the people know what you got going on.
What I got going on. All right. Well, I am a Toronto real estate agent. So all your things real estate, I got you covered. Buying, leasing, renting, investing. leasing and renting are the same thing. So, no, I work a lot Midtown Toronto, Midtown to downtown, and to be honest, I'm all over the GTA. There's nowhere that I won't run, as guys in sales know.
Yeah.
There's not much that I won't tackle. But any questions that you have about real estate, about the market, getting into the market, call me. I'm gonna have
all the stuff will be in the description below.
We'll have links and whatever.
It's a good resource. Like, I mean, it's the same thing with health and fitness. I mean, don't be afraid to reach out.
And the other thing is like,
question.
I have a full team. I have a mortgage agent that I work with very closely that can answer like mortgage questions. I have a real estate lawyer that I work with very closely. My personal financial advisor is taking on a lot of my clients as well to try to help position them into better financial positions for eventually home ownership. And one other thing that I have going on, I'm starting a candle brand. It's called Burned, Burnd. It's going to be great. I'm so excited for it.
It's actually,
we're working on it. So it's actually it's going to be the first ever even burning candle that'll burn completely even. The wax will burn completely even.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, definitely trademark that, bro.
Yeah, so it's going to be great. We're looking forward to it. We have a bunch of scents coming, and the brand is awesome. I'm always working on looking for new things to do.
So if that, or I would imagine, honestly, by the time this is uploaded or going to be uploaded and ready to go, that'll also be in the description below.
Yeah.
And then
I'll send you the website links and stuff for when it's ready.
So for anybody still listening at this point, I appreciate it. Thank you for having the attention span longer than a squirrel. Do me a solid. Just do the algorithm stuff and like this, subscribe for more. If you can, definitely drop a comment below on like stuff you would want to see or would like to see, and any questions. And then I mean, all of Cole's stuff will be in the description below. And if this is on Instagram, well then I'll probably tag your stuff as well, like with the collab thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I guess thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next podcast.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me, sir. Appreciate it.